good, fellow YouTubers? This is Snake Eye 7474 coming to you today from a mission up north. I was actually at a 70s party, had nothing to do with this game here, of course. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands. Now, of course, I'm not playing the beta as it's going on right now because of the Oscars. Now, Gabby kicked me out because they're actually doing the red carpet and they're actually about to start the show. So that's the reason I'm not playing this game here, which I wish I was playing. Now, I'm going to give you my impression. Now, of course, like I said, this was brought to you by Ubisoft. Ubisoft has many games, of course, that they created as far as franchise, like the Assassin's Creed, which I'm tired of, Watch Dogs 1 and 2. 1 I played, 2 I haven't. Splinter Cell, which is my OG game, which I played all of them, regardless of the last game being very different and change up and stuff like that, not being my favorite. I think that's one of the least favorites besides Double Agent. And then, of course, Far Cry. I haven't played. I played pretty much all the Far Cry besides the last one, Primal. I probably will eventually get to that series, that last game because of that. But anyways, we're not here to talk about those games. We're actually here to talk about this game here, Ghost Recon Wildlands. Now, let me give you, like I said, the short version. First of all, I don't like this game. Second of all, what do you think of this game? Do you think you'll get this game? And if so, why? That's what I want to know. I'm not going to get this game because, like I said, I have some other games that I'm looking forward to. One of the last games I'm considering is Mass Effect, the Mass Effect game. I can't think of the name of it. It'll pop up right here somewhere. But anyways, this game I'm not going to get. I was looking for it. I was hoping this game was going to be like a Division killer, kind of like Sega, Nintendo, Sonic, and Mario kind of deal. Because my friend, he raised about Division. He used to play Destiny. Now he plays the Division, and he loves the game. And no matter if you get him a game, he's still playing that game there. Now I was hoping this was going to be challenged, so he could say, "Ha! I got a game that compete with the Division," and that's not the case. This game would not be any kind of contender for the Division, even though as much as stuff that they promised, just like the Division promised a lot of stuff. But this one has a lot more flaws and bugs. And anyways, let's get into it. First of all, it's the graphics. The graphics of this game looks very shiny. I guess good, maybe? No, it isn't. This game looks like a Barbie. Looks like Barbie dolls that were decided to play G.I. Joe and run around and gear and try to be SEAL Team 6 or something. I hated the way the graphics looked. At first impression, I thought it was going to be good. It had the impression that it was going to be a very shiny, beautiful looking graphics game, and it wasn't. Like I said, I feel like they just stuck a Barbie clone onto this game and made it look as ugly as it did. Let's get into the dialogue. One thing about the dialogue that they had in this game, when the characters talked, they did not talk with the words on how they talk. They talked, then the words would talk, or the words would talk and they would talk. It didn't match up together. You would think with this game that they had, they would be pretty good at putting these two things together. The basic things that you look forward into games that would dive you in. The other thing that I have, let's get into missions. Now, when you went into missions, of course, you got a briefing, which is pretty cool. You had a briefing on what you would have to do, who you have to go. There was communications within the radio, as far as like if you're flying a helicopter or if you're driving a truck or car, whatever you did, going into town, you got briefed on who you look for and stuff like that, which is pretty understandable. Now, when you got into town, you're with your unit. I played a lot of multiplayer, several hours of multiplayer, hoping that this was going to be a lot of communication between the four guys that you were teamed up with. Now, the one thing that was lacking in this game, there wasn't any communication. Now, they had a lot of communication that was presented in the trailers, but there wasn't any in the game. Everybody has a drone, so you throw up this drone into the air and fly around the camp, whatever. If the criminals see it, of course they'll alert everybody and the alarms start going off, start getting bombed and all this other stuff. But if they didn't, you just mark up everybody on the map. And once that happens, nobody needs to communicate to each other. It was, for example, I threw up a drone and it went to a tower. And I was like, ooh, boop, boop. It lighted up and it was 3 guys in the tower. I said, hey, there's a guy in the tower. He said, I know, I see him. I was like, oh. It takes all the fun out of this game. I think that's the one thing that they should have took out of this game. I know they're trying to make it more modern and stuff like that with this game and stuff like that. Of course, a lot. But no matter what you're doing in the mission, they're always spotted. So they're always on your map. You could be going in here, getting a firefight. You still see them on the map. So you know this guy is never, you don't have anything to worry about. So everybody on your teammate is to the 4 winds. Everybody's just going in and running gun, like Rambo. Just going in there and just shooting up the place. There didn't need to be any communication because the drone took out of the gameplay. And people just running wherever. It was no fun. Then you had your vehicles. You had a lot of vehicles in the game. Let's get into vehicles. Now, the most funny thing is, you have where you first start off on any mission in your home base, and you have 1,000 miles that you need to go, going through the hills and mountains and all this other stuff, rolling hills. And at a point, you're like, this is ridiculous. I'm not going up and down and rolling around these hills. I wonder if I could just drive over these hills. And that's what you decide to do. Everybody I saw doing that. That's what they do. You just take off, flying over the hill like Fast and Furious, and just going down these hills. It didn't matter which car you had. You could roll over any hill like if it was a 2x4. I like 2x4. It was a 4-wheel drive. That's what I meant to say, a 2x4. It was a 4-wheel drive going over any mountains, any hills, any boulders. Sometimes you would get stuck, but most times you could get out of the situation and just going. Your car, of course, will start smoking like normal. But you could take any car and do this. It was ridiculous. I was hoping that that was one thing that I was going to work on, that the car wouldn't be so powerful. The driving sucks. When you're driving down the car, it loses control really easy. It seems like something's lacking within the driving, the steering. When you're driving a basic car, truck, or anything like that, it seemed a very quick mashup of what they were trying to do. I felt like they were rushing this game out. But anyways, that's my impression. I am not going to get this game. I'm gonna give this game. If you just go on into it kind of like Just Cause, I feel like they're trying to patent this game so it's more multiplayer. You could team up and stuff like that. It's not a good game at all. Just Cause is a way better game. You should play that game. You'll have a lot more fun than this game. This game will probably frustrate you as far as just being multiplayer or single player. The driving is horrible. But I'm going to give this game, a 5. Anyways, that's my impression. Hopefully that was a short impression. Hopefully it wasn't too long. Anyways, I want to know if you're going to want to get this game at all. What other games are you looking forward to that has been promised to be great games? Or if you've gotten any games that you've been disappointed with, that would be great to know also. Anyways, that's it for me today. Please leave a like. Thank you for watching. Of course, have a great day. Have a great night. Talk to you later.
They're generally plasma-based, which means they're slower speed, but benefit from heat-seeking technology. While some are charge-based, the longer you charge them before releasing, the harder they hit. Melee weapons vary in both damage and speed. Hard-hitting hammers do maximum damage.